Welcome to another episode of Roll Up a Power. So get your blunts rolled and your drink poured. Alright, now look. So for this one,
7 News Detroit starts right now with a breaking news alert.
And some breaking news into our newsroom. Detroit police investigating a suspected homicide after a young man was found dead in a cemetery. Thank you for joining us. I'm Glenda Lewis. It was an active investigation at Mount Hazel Cemetery on Losser this evening, and that's where police say someone visiting a grave spotted the dead body. 7 News Detroit reporter Evan Siri joins us live from the scene. And Evan, what are you learning?
Glenda, good evening to you. Well, Detroit police confirmed the body of a young man was found somewhere inside this cemetery here behind me. It's the Mount Hazel Cemetery on Detroit's west side. Police say when they arrived to the scene, the young man was wearing a ski mask and gloves. We have some video from this scene earlier today. Police say someone visiting this cemetery to see a loved one called police after spotting a body. Police arrived and confirmed the deceased person was a young male. When we arrived here just after 8, it was not quite dark here at Mount Hazel Cemetery on Detroit's west side. There were several police vehicles and what looked like concerned neighbors, possibly loved ones. Officers were scattered all over the cemetery, and it seemed onlookers were mostly on one side of the cemetery on Clarita.
Homicide investigators are on the scene right now conducting an investigation. Our investigation will continue. The individual who we located inside of the cemetery was wearing gloves and what we believe to be some kind of ski mask. We are very early in the investigation.
Again, Glenda, police say the young man was wearing gloves and some kind of ski mask. We also talked to folks here off camera who told us that they believe this was connected to a missing persons case, that of a 15-year-old boy who was last seen earlier this week about a mile and a half from here. But following this press conference, Glenda, we were not able to connect those dots. Police, rather, were not able to connect those dots and confirm that. So this is all very early on in this investigation. For now, reporting on the city's west side, Evan Siri, 7 News, Detroit.
So the possibility of a young person. Evan, we appreciate your update, and we'll see you later on 7 News Detroit at 11. This is a developing story, so be sure to stay with us. We'll keep you updated on WX.
all right, now that's that. Well, what you got to say about this, Mr. Roll Up? Well, for this one, this is Detroit politics. So, y'all know I'm a Detroit nigga. So, I'm going to tell you exactly what I think had happened here in this situation, right? Kind of similar to the 12-year-old case that I covered. The 12-year-old boy that had got 40 years in prison. Kind of similar to his case. So what I'm thinking going on is the boy that was found at the cemetery, he was a 15-year-old boy, right? This Detroit. Everybody gang banging, everybody trying to get some money, everybody on something. You know what I'm saying? So I think that this 15-year-old boy was under these guys' wing, right? What happened was the 15-year-old was riding around with these two grown men. And the report said that the 15-year-old boy was last seen with these two adults, riding around with him. Next thing you know, his body was found at a cemetery. So they ended up getting the two guys, that he was seen riding around with. They brought them in. They are persons of interest right now. So what I'm thinking happened was either he wanted to go on a mission, to try and prove that he was down and he was ready, gang and all of that type of stuff. And whatever move that they went to go pull, it didn't go right. Maybe he had got cold feet at the last minute, or maybe maybe either he got cold feet, or probably he was like, hey, I can't do this, I'm gonna tell, you know what I'm saying? Or maybe he knew the people that they was going after, you know what I'm saying? Whatever the case was, whatever it was, I feel like the two guys that he went to go do the crime with, they like, hey, nah, dude gonna tell. You know what I'm saying? We need to go ahead and get him off right now because if we keep on going with this shit, he gonna tell on us or somebody gonna spot him. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he took his mask off for a second during the robbery, the killing, whatever the fuck they did. They did something. You know what I'm saying? And whatever happened, it backfired. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that because the dude was found with gloves and mask on. So that means that he was in the middle of committing a crime. You know what I'm saying? He didn't even get to take his damn gear off. He still got his fucking gear on. You know, thing that killed me was they dropped him off at the cemetery. Like they like, yeah, rest in peace to this nigga for real. You know what I'm saying? But whatever it is, man, they gonna uncover this shit, and this story gonna get bigger by the second. You know what I'm saying? Also, I did a short on it, so I'm gonna be uploading this short, so y'all could, get a visual, a feel of the situation. But at the end of the day, they went to go do something and the situation went left and they killed him so he couldn't run his mouth. I can guarantee you that's what happened. You know what I'm saying? Sad situation. From the top, these grown ass adults shouldn't have had this damn 15-year-old involved in whatever the fuck they had going on anyway. But this street shit, you know what I'm saying? It's sad to say, but at an age like that, that's when you prove that you really about that street life. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you got to carry out them duties with your big homies. And sometimes your big homies be the same ones that turn around and murk your ass for going out on the heat that y'all went out on in the first place. You know what I'm saying? Street shit dead, man. This is proof. It proves itself every single day, man. Just leave that shit alone. Go get a job, start a business, have some kids, become a family man. That's what gangsta is. Not this glove and mask shit. You see where it gets you. They put your ass right in the damn cemetery next to a tombstone. You know what I'm saying? How about that, man? It's been another episode of Roll Up a Poet. So get your blunts rolled and your Dre pour.